Guys, it's not that hard coming up with a budget, right? It's not that difficult. I do have one-on-one sessions where I can break down a budget for you if you need that, but I would just go simply real quick go into a way of how I set up my budget, how I've been doing this for I've probably been doing this for 5 years or so, right? So it's very, very simple. What you need to do is break down your statements, right? Break down your debit statements, however you get your money, whether that goes into direct deposit, whether that goes somewhere else, break it down, right? So how I look at my budget, I break it down into percentages, right? Percentages. So let's say 100%, that's all of my income, right? 100% of my income, 100%, right? So when I dig into my bills, right, my let's say rent, let's say your electric bill, let's say your cable bill, your water bill, your gas bill, all of that stuff, right? What you want, right? You want all of that stuff to fall into 55%. 55% is your needs, right? So that is food. That's your bills. That's your living expenses. That's your food. That's stuff that you need to survive with, right? That's stuff that you need on a daily basis, right? Right? And then 10% of that, 10% goes to savings. 10% into savings, right? 10% into whatever savings, a different account. Your main thing with your budget is you want to have different accounts, whether you use accounts, envelopes, or jars, or whatever it is. This system is called the jar system. It's called the jar system, right? But I break mines up. I have about 10 accounts that I break everything up to. Like, you guys could do the same thing. This is not rocket science. Like, I might change like, this is not rocket science, right? So 10% into savings, right? You want another 10% into financial freedom, right? Well, financial freedom, this is a financial freedom account. So what financial freedom is, like, if it is stocks, if you have a business that you work, right? If you have a business, if it's stocks, if it's anything that's going to help you towards your financial freedom, this is that 10%. That 10% is allocated to financial freedom, right? And then you got another 10%. Where we at? 30, 85%, right? Another 10% is for giving, right? Giving. What I normally do is I tithe my money, right? I tithe a certain percentage of my money every month to the church, right? But this is for giving. A lot of investors, a lot of people, like, even if you have nothing, you got to give something. You don't have to give 10% of your income. I normally give a certain percentage of my income to the church, but whatever you feel is right to give, you want to have that in, because the money that you receive doesn't come from you. Even though you feel like you do all the work and everything like that, at a blink of a moment, everything can change. You could lose everything that you worked so hard for. So you got to give. We're on this earth to give, right? So what's that? 10, 20, 30, 85%, right? Another 10% is allocated to your play. This is allocated to you to do whatever you want with per month, right? 10% to do, just spend money on whatever you want, right? Make sure you empty out this account every single month, so you don't have to worry about it, unless you have like something big that you want to get. Maybe it's the PS5 or something like that, or maybe it's something else, right? But what you want to do is set up 10% to play with, right? You don't have to worry about it. You're not focused on that at all, right? And another 5%, what is that 5% for? It's another savings, right? It's more so a long-term savings account. A long-term savings account, right? This is like a short-term savings, where it's like, okay, this could be for your emergency account, right? This could be for your emergency account where you need 3 to 6 months saved up of your expensive if anything were to happen where you wouldn't have that money, so you save 10%. This is for long term, right? For down the line. This is money that you're not going to see. This is money that you're not ever going to look at. This is something that you're going to put aside, right? This is for something if this is another savings account. So it's basically 15% for savings, 10% for financial freedom, 10% for give, 10% for play. You can set this up however you would like, right? It doesn't have to be 55%. It could be whatever you would like it to be. But this is a guideline on how you can set up your budget. This is how simple it could be, right? You can have something going instead of savings, you can have it going to debt. Instead of long-term savings, you can have it going to debt. You can have it going to wherever you want it to go. But this is just a brief, like a simple guideline on how you can set up your budget when you dive into your account and figure out where's your money going, how much it really is, right? Let's say you run through your budget and see for the month, okay, my needs, my necessities isn't 55% of my income. It's actually taking up 75% of my income, right? So these figures, your savings, your financial freedom, your give, your play, your long-term savings is going to be completely different if 75% of your income is going towards your necessities, for your food, for your bills, and everything like that, right? So if it's at 75%, 80%, 90% of your monthly income is going towards your needs, right? You need to sit down with me. We need to go over your budget, right? And figure out where you can save some money on your monthly bills, where it can go other places, and where you could bring in extra money to supplement your job income, right? Because your 100% income, if you don't have anything going on the side, it's probably coming from your job. So if it's 75% or more, you figure out, you can sit with me. I have the one-on-ones available where I could break this down. I literally sat down with a few people and showed them how they can save thousands and thousands of dollars by diving into their needs, right? And broke it down. They told me what they wanted to do, and we went over it, and it became amazing, right? So this is just a brief template of how you may want your budget to look like, right? But you can change up the names. You can figure it out on your own. This is just how I do it. All right.